My son Caleb is 17 and has been asking for a car since he turned 16. I told him the same thing my dad told me. You want a car? You work for it. So he got a job at this pizza place near our house, worked weekends and some weeknights, saved up about $3,000 over the year. Not enough for anything great, but enough for something that runs. About 2 months ago, he came to me with this listing he found online. Some old Civic from 2006. Guy was selling it for $2,800. I went with him to check it out. The car looked rough, paint was faded, dent in the back bumper, but the engine sounded okay. Caleb was so excited he could barely stand still. He kept looking at me like a little kid on Christmas morning. I told him it was his money and his choice. He bought it that same day. For the first few weeks, everything was fine. He drove to work, drove to school, picked up his little brother from soccer practice a couple times. He was responsible about it. Filled it with gas using his own money, even washed it once or twice in our driveway. I actually felt proud watching him take care of something he earned himself. Then last Tuesday happened. I got a call from my younger son Austin's school saying he never got picked up from soccer practice. I called Caleb 3 times. No answer. I had to leave work early, drive 20 minutes to get Austin, who was sitting on the curb looking miserable. When I asked him what happened, he said Caleb texted him saying he couldn't make it but never explained why. When Caleb finally got home around 7 that night, I asked him where he was. He said he was hanging out with his friends at this park across town. I asked him why he didn't pick up his brother like he promised. He shrugged and said he forgot. Just forgot. Like it was nothing. I told him that was unacceptable. That if he wanted to keep the car, he needed to be responsible. He rolled his eyes at me. Actually rolled his eyes. Said it wasn't a big deal and that I was overreacting. I let it go that night because I didn't want to start a huge fight, but I told him he was on thin ice. Fast forward to Saturday. I asked Caleb to drive to the store and pick up groceries because my wife was at her sister's place and I was in the middle of fixing the washing machine. Gave him a list, gave him $60. He said sure and left. 3 hours later, no groceries, no Caleb, no call. I tried calling him, straight to voicemail. I was furious. I got in my truck and started driving around looking for him. Found his car parked outside this arcade place downtown where all the high school kids hang out. I walked in and there he was, playing some racing game with his buddies, laughing like he didn't have a care in the world. The $60 I gave him, probably blown on games and snacks. I walked right up to him. He saw me and his face went white. I didn't yell. I just told him to get in the truck, now. His friends went quiet. He tried to say something, but I cut him off. I said we'd talk outside. We got to the parking lot and I asked him where the groceries were. He stammered something about forgetting. Again with the forgetting. I asked him where my money was. He said he spent some of it, but he'd pay me back. I was done. I told him to give me his car keys. He said no. I told him again. He refused. Said it was his car, and I couldn't take it. I reminded him he was still a minor living under my roof, and that if he couldn't handle basic responsibilities, he wasn't mature enough to have a car. He threw the keys at me. Literally threw them. Hit me in the chest. I picked them up, walked over to his Civic, got in, and told him to get in my truck. He said no. He said he'd find his own way home. I told him fine. If he wanted to act like he didn't need me, he could figure it out himself. I drove off. I took his car home, parked it in the garage, and waited. My wife got home an hour later and asked where Caleb was. I told her what happened. She freaked out, started yelling at me, asking if I was serious. Told me to go get him right now. I said no. He needed to learn. Caleb got home after dark. Took him almost 4 hours to walk the 8 miles back. He came in sweaty, exhausted, blistered feet. Didn't say a word to me. Just went straight to his room. My wife hasn't spoken to me since except to tell me I went too far. That he could have gotten hurt. That it was dangerous and stupid. Caleb hasn't talked to me either.